Hey there, Viking fans. Today I'm going to give you my Week 13 power rankings. Let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Gather around, Skull brothers and sisters. This is Skull World, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. You can follow me on @SkullWorld on Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook. We got friends of the channel, Purple and Gold for Days, Purple Pocket Podcast, GG Sports Podcast, the Purple Code. Go subscribe. These are friends of the channel. I do shows with all of these guys. Make sure you go give them support. Purple and Gold for Days, Purple Pocket Podcast, GG Sports Podcast, the Purple Code. Go subscribe. Now we have make sure you hit subscribe, like, and comment on this channel. Chuck Foreman signed autographed jersey, giving away that January 3rd. In a couple weeks, we're giving away another autographed Chuck Foreman bobblehead. Autographed Chuck Foreman Spin Doctor bobblehead. All you have to do is subscribe, like, and leave a comment on this video. Go do it. Subscribe, like, comment, and you'll be entered to win. I leave all the entries in there. And don't forget, we have a partnership with Fanatics. There'll be a link that you can copy and paste and use that link in a browser, and you'll be able to support the channel by buying Vikings stuff anytime you want. Just use my link, support the channel. Now let's get into it. What are we going to do? We're going to do the power rankings. Now, I've done it differently. I'm doing it now on StreamYard. This is new to me, so hopefully it's better. I'm always trying to improve the channel. So thanks to you guys, I'm able to do this. I'm putting my time and effort in it because you guys are following me. Make sure push this. Make sure you tell me where you think the Vikings should be. Tell me your top 10. Tell me your top 5. Do it in the comments. That enters you into my contest. I'm going to give you that Chuck Foreman autograph jersey. So let's get started. I'm going to add this to the stream. Let me see if this is better. No, let me do it this way. Let me add this to the... All right, there we go. Do it this way. Here we go. I'm going to remove it, and I am going to add it. There we go. So we're going to do it this way. My 32 power rankings. Again, I'm new to this StreamYard thing, so let's go. The 32 overall team is the Texans. They're horrible. I thought maybe Lovie Smith would get some more out of these guys. I was wrong. Still sitting at 32 this late in the season. Next, the Bears. They're depleted. They lost their heart. They letting bad quarterbacks be good ones, getting dominated. The Bears might be an easy game the last week of the season. We'll see. All right, who's next? We got 30 overall, the Rams. How the mighty have fallen. Now, just to give you an idea, I've reset my rankings. I didn't do rankings the past 2 weeks. I decided, hey, I'm going off the record, the eye test, everything. Sometimes I'm like, hey, this team beat this team. That's the kind of the tiebreaker. But hey, right now the Rams are awful. They're 30th overall. Got to go there. Broncos, 29th. Not good. They could be. This is a team that could be better. It's so sad to put them in this situation, but coaching, the way Russell Wilson's playing, all that, 29th. Let's just keep them there. Next, the Saints, 28th overall. Talent, there's some talent in there. It just didn't come to fruition. I think we recently had Wabi on. He said we had no business beating the Saints. We played pretty bad against the Saints. Saints should have probably won that game, but again, one of the many fourth quarter comebacks this year. We're just better when it's needed, and we're pulling out games like that. But the Saints have fallen, 28th. People are really high on them. So not today, folks. Not today, folks. The Panthers, 27th overall. They got rid of Christian McCaffrey. you know, this that was the downside. I'm surprised they're even this high right now, but hey, let's put them there. Cardinals. I always say they have a puncher's chance. That their quarterback hates their coach. They're not getting along. It's not good. It's not good there. Cardinals are just gonna get worse and worse. They probably gonna fire their coach. Who knows? Maybe even before the season's end. They re-sign their quarterback to a long-term extension. He's got a complex. He's dictating terms, and hey, it's not good for the Cardinals, and that's what's happening. Next, the Packers. Oh my gosh. Yeah, hopefully they don't have a third quarterback. The fact that he's throwing against shell coverage the rest of the game. Now they think their backup quarterback is the third coming of a Hall of Famer. If the Packers have a third Hall of Famer in a row, I'm done. I'm done with them. I that cannot happen. So anyways, that one game in a blowout and your backup quarterback looks good. Yeah, all right. So the Packers 25th overall. They're one of the worst teams in the league. Notice I have the Lions ahead of them. Steelers, they got a future. They do, I think, but not this year. You give them a couple years, who knows? They'll be back in it. Maybe next year. Depends on the draft and what they do in the offseason. But the next team, Cleveland Browns, yeah, they sold their soul in the offseason and they're reaping for it. Who knows? Maybe they'll finally get their quarterback to play. But it looks like next year. It does not look like this year. So they're down here. The Colts, they win, then they lose a couple. They hire a ex player that has no coaching experience, but hey, he's a leader of men. Hopefully, he turns it around. We still got to play these guys, so hopefully, we're playing them. When they're not high, we're playing them and they're not at full capacity. Who knows? We've been making some quarterbacks look like they're Tom Brady, so who knows what's going to happen here? Jaguars. People were high on these guys, but they're right where I kind of expected them, man. Maybe a little higher than I expected them, but I got them at 21. The Lions. The Lions. Everybody's darling coming into this year. They play god awful at times. Their offense plays good at times to save them, but they're not a good team. But they're still scary. They're my replacement for puncher's chance team, like the Cardinals, just because they do have some offensive skill positions that are especially and possibly if the running game is healthy. So 19 overall, the Raiders. I was really high on these guys. I still kind of had hope for them, but yeah, there you go. The Raiders. The Raiders. All right, next is the Falcons. I've always liked these guys, and I got a soft spot for Cordero Patterson. I love that guy. It is the team, however, I would love to face in the playoffs first round. So the Falcons, come on, get that 7th seed. The Buccaneers. What is with Tom Brady sacrificed it all to come back this season. He's got to win the division, but hey, if the if the Falcons can knock him off, that means we play the Buccaneers probably the first round of the playoffs. So I want the Buccaneers to win, man. Win that division so we can possibly play the Falcons. All right, Chargers, number 16. Again, how the mighty if people that are high on the horse for these guys, but hey, maybe Justin Herbert can't lead these guys, can't bring them to the promised land. Although Justin Herbert has 11 come back from behind victories the last 3 years, too shy of the leader, Kirk Cousins. He likes to sling it, and this is another team with a puncher's chance every game. What is happening with Seattle Seahawks, man? They pull a quarterback out of the scrap heap. He MVP candidate, come back from Player of the Year candidate. And bam, Seahawks is showing that they didn't need Russell Wilson, and maybe he was the problem as he takes down the Broncos. The Seahawks, a team I probably would like to face in the first round if possible. That's another team with Atlanta. All right. Another team I want to face in the first round, the New York Giants, even though they play in Jersey. I got them at 14. A lot of NFC teams that have playoff potential down in the teens here. Next, 13, the Patriots. I like this team. They got a good defense. We got some calls in that game that maybe affected him. I do not know why our defense played that poorly, but that was the best game we played. Kirk Cousins played this year, in my opinion. Just my opinion. They had a couple good games, but this one was, I think, the best because of the circumstances. And what bigger Thursday night game or primetime game is Thursday night, Thanksgiving, and primetime? What do we got next? We got the Commanders. The Commanders. Let's go. That defense, I think's legit. Offense is scrappy enough. It reminds me of a team where we didn't have everything like with the Vikings, but we at least we had our defense. And that's what and a good enough quarterback. That's the kind of thing the Commanders got going on. And they follow Heineke, man. They follow him. The Jets. Jets Jets. That's who we play next. I put them right there with the Patriots, man. Honestly, I could swap these guys and I wouldn't be any the wiser. The Jets are a good team. They got a lot of young talent. They're putting it together. Team is going to be around for a while. Number 10, the Bengals. With the offensive weapons they have, if everybody's healthy, this is a very dangerous team. They were in the Super Bowl last year. Rams would love to be there in their position right now. The Bengals, man, they're a tough team. Ravens. Anything can happen with their quarterback. He can break anything at any time. And sometimes he shows that he can throw it. He's MVP of the league at one point. This is a difficult team to play, man. It's not as all around of a badass team as it had been in years past, with good defenses but it's a pretty well-rounded team and a formidable opponent. Glad we don't play them this year, and the only way we'll see them is in the Super Bowl. So, Titans, who wants to face their running back? Never. Another guy, their quarterback is also 13 he has 13 come from behind victories or last, fourth quarter game winning drives equal to the Minnesota Vikings, Kirk Cousins. Number 7, 49ers. Badass defense, badass offensive line. Both are true. This is a team I don't want to face ever, but if we do, it might as well be at home and most likely the second round of the playoffs, just the way things are shaping up. But we'll see. We'll see what happens there. The Bills. We beat them, man. I'm gonna put the Vikings ahead of them, guys. The Bills lost to us, and they've shown some weaknesses. The Vikings have a better record, and they beat them. So there you go. Next, the Vikings, 9-2. The next 4 teams, I just think are currently on a higher horse than us. A little bit better on a roll. At one point, if I did when the Eagles lost and we won, I was going to rank us first. I did not do a power ranking, but 2 weeks later, we lost badly to the Cowboys, and we come back and beat the Patriots. I thought this was a fair place to put us. Cowboys, they just handed us our ass, said, "Hey, take it." But you know what? They are second in their division, not first. So these are the teams that are better than them. Dolphins are scary. One of the few teams I would want to face in the Super Bowl. They got so many weapons, and they got a pretty strong defense when healthy. Eagles, pretty all-around team. Surprised I didn't put them first because they have barely beat some kind of mediocre teams, much like us. So that leaves me with the Chiefs being the best team in the league, hands down. The team I least want to face with the offensive genius and a quarterback that can throw off script with a bunch of weapons and a decent enough defense. This is it would be a boat race to the end with these guys on full throttle. And can the Vikings do that? I don't know. I don't know if our head coach has that in him yet to where, hey, let's pull off the reins. We gotta outscore teams this game. We gotta outscore them this game. All right. Well, that's it for today, guys. Now make sure you pull myself back up. Make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Win this Chuck Foreman 44 jersey behind me, autographed. If you comment, there you have it. That's an entry. Win that contest. You can also win a bobblehead. All entries count. As many as you want. Skull Vikings. Let's go. Cue the music.